Hey guys, I hope you're all well. I know it's been a long time. Life has been very busy for me the last few months, and I hadn't really planned to make a video. But today, a topic came across my way, and I really wanted to kind of bring it out there and discuss it and share it with you. And this will be the first time I ever talk about this with so many people. So here it goes. So at the age of 14, young Calinthi over here went to her mother and asked her to see a therapist. So I started therapy at the age of 15, and as I wanted to, to share my my teen anxieties with the things that I was going through, and so it happened. And then in 2 to 3 years in, I was diagnosed with clinical depression and anxiety, and I started taking medication for it. I was an adult, so it was my decision to start them. Both my parents were against it. And then when I came to England at the age of 19, I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. If you do not know what that is, Google it. I'm sure you'll find plenty stuff on it. Back in Greece, I was seeing my therapist, I was seeing my psychiatrist. I had that support. I had someone to talk to. But then when I came to England, things were very different. And at the age of 20 and a half, I decided I wanted to quit the medication. I just didn't want something that was chemical to define if I was happy or not. I didn't like the fact that it was not me who was making that decision. So I put myself down, and obviously my mom was always like, "You can do this, you can do this." So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to do this." So I started. It's very difficult getting off them if any of you have ever done it. But I did have my mother by my side. And at the same time this was happening, I was actually in California for the summer. My grandfather passed away. This is back in 2012, 5 years ago. As you can imagine, it was not the best of times for me to have done it, but I did it. And I haven't touched any antidepressants or anti-anxiety pills since then. So the following year, me and my first love broke up. Our relationship was starting to frail, and it happened. So actually, that is the point in my life that I started to become better, to start to see things in a different way. Through that pain, it was so intense, very different to my grandfather passing, even though he had raised me and I loved him so much. It was a different kind of pain. I woke up one day and I was like, I've not been living my life. Life is so amazing. What have I been doing? So I started doing yoga twice a day. It was summer. I was in California. It was a bit easier for me. I had a very good diet, vegan veggie diet, and doing my yoga, the sun, walks by the ocean, and I started seeing things a bit differently. When I came back to London, I started seeing things a little bit differently. And day by day, day by day, and day by day, things got better. So what I'm trying to say here today, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to make one small step. Everything in life is one small step, just a tiny step. By the way, I do not judge anyone who does take medication. I'm not judging anyone out there in this video. I just want to share how I found the light to happiness. I have been in the past addicted to drugs, to alcohol, to food. I felt nothing when I was depressed. I felt absolutely nothing. I have had severe highs, I have had severe lows. So I've been extremely happy all the time. I was like and then I'd be very low. You know, I wanted to jump off a cliff. I just did not want to live because I couldn't find a reason to live, because I was like, well, what is the point? So I know what it's like to be there. And I'm not saying that this has completely gone, because, and you know, you sort of drag that with you because you've been there, you've experienced it, pain is so easy to be in, it's bittersweet. We get a kick out of it, whereas happiness is something that is the most beautiful thing you can experience in your life, but yet it is so difficult to achieve. So people would rather go towards pain than to go towards happiness, because that makes total sense, doesn't it? So basically, I went to the other day, I went to a room viewing, and this guy was like, oh my god, are you always this happy? And I was like, I usually am. I get up in the morning, I go to work, I'm like, good morning everyone. For those who haven't seen me in years, this is how I am now. And I try to see the best in life, I try to be the best person I can for myself, for others. Try to see the positive, the positive, the positive. Obviously, this does not mean that I don't get lows. This does not mean that I will have a fight with someone, or someone will annoy me, or, someone's bag is in my face on my face on the tube, because it happens a lot. Most days on the tube. So what I'm trying to say here is, make that small step. If you're out there and you're experiencing, if you've been diagnosed with bipolar, borderline, etc., you're depressed, you've got anxiety, you're not alone. First of all, you're not alone. There's, you can have support if you ask for it. Just ask for support if you really need it. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. I had a lot of pride. It was very difficult for me. But now I'm not ashamed to go to someone I love and say, I am not okay. It's fine with not being okay. So don't feel shame about that. It's a very weird thing. We're a generation where we all have something. We're all going through something. But we're so ungrateful of life. We don't live life to the fullest. We complain about everything. We blame everyone else for why we're going through things. So, president's fault. Oh, I don't get enough money. I'm not saying these situations don't happen and they don't affect us. Of course they do. Of course, how much you get paid affects how you live. But if you've got a positive outlook towards life and you have a will, things will appear differently in life. Just is that small step. And to make, again, that small step, the first step, do you know what the first step is to all of this? The first tiny small step, or large step, it can be a very slow process for that step, is to love who you are. Yeah, you gotta love who you are. And when I say love, nowadays people sort of say that love equals narcissism, because it's not like going in the mirror and being like, you're so beautiful today. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with going in front of the mirror and say, damn, I'm hot. Just so you know, because there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying love the child inside of you. Love you. Love your body. Your body carries you every freaking day. You wake up, shower, get on a train, go there, work all day, sit all day, Your body doesn't want to be sitting all day in front of a computer, exercise, and then it's like, do you take care of your body in ways? Go have a bath, love. Do you love the person you are? Do you like the person you are? You don't? Start working on it. Most people have regret. And this is why they don't like who they are. Forgive yourself. Another very important thing, forgive yourself for things you've done before and in the past. You are not that person anymore, so let it go. Or ask the person to forgive you if they haven't. And if they don't, they've got their own journey to take. You are beautiful. We all make mistakes, even if they're horrible. We can all change. And I think people are ashamed to take that first step towards change because they're afraid of what people will think. Just make that tiny step. It's really just even the smallest one, even a small one every single day or every other day. You'll see how much of a difference it can make in your life. You are beautiful. You know, we are so blessed. We are so blessed. We get to smell the flowers. We're so blessed to, go by and smell the ocean and hear the waves and eat the fruit and food we like. Touch and feel the people we love. Isn't that beautiful? Can't we see these things in our lives and make ourselves happy? Try and do the things we love? Is life that difficult in the end of the day? I understand there are people in countries and places where things are not that easy. I see it in the news and my heart feels a lot of pain, but if you're watching me now, it means that actually you're very fortunate. If you have this luxury of a device or a computer and the time, it means that actually you're pretty okay. And if you have a family you don't like and you think they're not great, I'm sure you can find people around you who love you. But don't forget, the first person to love you should be you. You're gonna be stuck with yourself for the rest of, don't you have to love who you are? I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I'm not saying I'm there. I'm not like, enlightened. I found everything. It's a step for me every single day. There's days where I'm not feeling great and there's days where I'm feeling fantastic, but slowly. But I like who I am. I really do. I love the person I am because there's so much love in my heart. There's so much love, and I don't hate anyone. I've never hated anyone. And that was my step of understanding that actually I like myself, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that is how I started to heal. So, yeah, make that tiny step. Go run a bath, go grab some nice, lovely vegan ice cream, go see a friend you haven't seen in a while, go travel on your own, and don't forget, again, you're not alone in this world. There's plenty of people out there who are ready to support you and are ready to love you. There are plenty of people. So, love yourself. Appreciate yourself. You're blessed. You're blessed. You are life. You are love. So, my video has now come to an end. I hope I've not come across as very shouty. I shout a lot. I'm Greek, so it's fine. Everything I ever say is said with love. I'm not saying I can't be mean, but everything I say to you guys is always said from the bottom of my heart. It's interesting that I discuss these things with you guys now. When I was in high school, I felt so alone. No one ever knew what I was going through apart from maybe 1-2 friends and one of my high school teachers. It's very easy to judge people out there, so sometimes you really have to sort of try and deconstruct a person to see why they are the way they are. This is why I don't really judge people. I can discuss people, things I don't like about them, but I don't judge them. You can't judge a book by its cover. So try and be a bit more understanding with people around you, and especially people who can be mean. See that there's always something behind their actions. I don't know what people thought about me in high school, but I was very, very depressed. I was very, very, very unhappy. I felt nothing. I did not want to be, I didn't want to be alive. So people didn't know that about me. So be a little bit understanding, be compassionate, love. And if you project love, it will always come back your way. So yeah, have a lovely day or a lovely evening, and I will try and make another video soon.